Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request song tutorial. Today I'll be breaking down a very cool classic rock and roll song written by Otis Blackwell and made famous by Elvis Presley in 1956. It's called Don't Be Cruel. I'm going to take you through the chord progressions, the strumming patterns, and also some riffs, and all the while I'll be trying to make this as beginner friendly as possible. I got all the tabs available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons. You can support the channel for just $1 a month and gain access to tabs and other resources for all my popular YouTube lessons. Now let's get started with a quick demonstration. 2, 3, 4!
You know I can be found sitting all alone, and if you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Well, baby, if I made you mad for something I might have said, please let's forget my past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Well, don't stop thinking of me, don't make me feel this way. Oh, come over here and love me, you know what I want you to say. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Or should we be apart? I really love you, baby, cross my heart. Let's walk up to the preacher and let us say I do, and then you'll know you have me, and I know that I have you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of.
Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my pick in hand. Getting started with the intro section. We're in standard tuning and we're playing in the key of D. It's gonna sound like this, real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting yourself right to a D major chord. Okay, so that's a classic guitar or bass line, something that you hear in a lot of different tunes. Basically what we're gonna do is strike the D string open. Then, because I'm playing on an acoustic guitar and I'm trying to give this a good acoustic version, I'm gonna slap the strings just to add a little bit of percussion. After that, I'm gonna slide from 2 up to 4 on that same string. All right, once we've done that, we'll go to the G string and play 2, 4, 2. Okay, so that's A, B, A. We're gonna repeat that 4 times. On the 4th one, leave your pointer finger down and put together your D major chord shape. Now that might sound a little flashy to some of the beginners out there, but it's totally doable and a great technique for you to get down. Okay, now we're jumping into verse number 1. All the verses are more or less going to be played the exact same way, but the structures might vary here and there. I'll take you through the entire song. But verse number 1, the chords we'll be needing: D major. For the beginners out there, I got my pointer finger on the G string 2nd fret, middle finger 2nd fret of the high E, and my ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string. A common D major chord. We'll need the G shape, the 4 chord in this key, and I'm going to play it with my ring finger on the 3rd fret, low E string, middle finger 2nd fret A string, pinky 3rd fret high E string. This is what I call useful G, because there's so many different alternatives that are available to you in this position. Alright, the other chord we'll need will be E minor. Very simple. Middle finger 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger 2nd fret of the D string. All the other strings are open. And finally, we'll also need an A major chord. Stacking our fingers, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, the ring finger just underneath that on the G string 2nd fret, and the pinky on the 2nd fret of the B string. Okay, Some players might opt to use a barred version, putting the pointer finger over each of those 3 strings. Okay, if you have all those chords down, you're ready to apply them to the lyrics. The D major chord comes in. You know I can be found sitting home alone, but if you can't come around, there's your G. At least please telephone. Don't be cruel. The E minor to A, to a heart that's true. And the D major chord finishes verse number 1. Okay, so that was the D major chord for 16 beats if you're counting nice and up tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then just 8 beats on the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back to the D chord for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're gonna cut time. E minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. A major. 2, 3, 4. And then you're back to the D major chord for 2 measures, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, you got to memorize that because you're going to be applying it more or less to all of these different verses. Now let's get some strumming down. Okay, great, you got those chords down, and now you're starting to apply them with single note strums over the different lyrics that we have in the first verse. Now let's talk about the rhythm. This is one of those tunes where we have a lot of different rhythmic options available to you. But I think it sounds best with just straight 8th note strums with emphasis on beats 2 and 4. So with the D major chord, fret it, that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the J and the D. The E minor and the D. Alright, so nice and syncopated. Notice how my wrist was kind of whipping on beats 2 and 4 to get that emphasis. You're just strumming a down, up, 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 down, up. So it's just down, up, but just having that emphasis on 2 and 4 makes such a huge difference to make it a cool rhythm. Okay, tremendous everybody. You had that intro down and also that first verse. Now we're going to take what we've learned from those sections and apply it to the second verse. It's almost played the exact same way, but if we go down to line number 3, we'll see a difference. So when the E minor chord comes in, we'll have don't be cruel. The A chord, to a heart that's true. That D chord comes in, but now we're trying to set up that built-in chorus. And to do that, we need to add some tension. So flip the D chord backwards to create D dominant 7. A great way to add a little bit of tension there. All right, so don't be cruel. To a heart that's true. There it is, that D7 chord. Now we're gonna get into G major. I don't want no other A. Baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. And then we repeat that intro riff twice to get us into verse number 3. Okay, great everybody. By now you're starting to realize that this song's actually very easy to play. Moving on to verse number 3. It's played the exact same way as verse number 2, so I don't need to go into depth with that. Verse number 4 is also played the exact same way, but there is an extra, very optional riff at the end that I want to show you. So, the E minor chord comes in on line number 3 again. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Remember, we have the D7 and G. Want no other A major. G, baby, it's just A major. I'm thinking, and right here we're gonna go. All right, my interpretation of that riff that the band is hitting there, I like to throw together the intro riff and then strum the D chord nice and short. I'm gonna cover up the strings to make that a little bit more dynamic. Don't be cruel. After that, you're in the outro. To a heart that's true. Just gonna repeat that change. Don't be cruel. To a heart that's true. And the D7. And that built-in chorus is gonna finish up the tune. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Now there's one little trick I threw in my demonstration before I got there that you might be interested in, and that was kind of a country bend on E minor. So, don't be cruel to
to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel.
That right there. Very cool little trick that I throw in, not on the original track, but still something that you might want to learn if you liked it. So basically just bend that low E string, 2nd fret, to get yourself to E minor. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. That gets you to that last change, the G chord. I don't want no other love. Love this song. Baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. All right, then we have the ending riff. G string 4, 2nd fret, 4th fret of the D string, open D, and then we're gonna glide up, high up into the fretboard for a D sus2/B. I got the 9th frets of the D and G string, and then the 10th frets of the B and high E. Beautiful jazzy chord to end the tune. Now sometimes I hit the D chord first to start that off instead of just the open D string. If I do it like that, I use my pinky to reach for that 4th fret G string. And then follow it up with that beautiful D sus2/B. Congrats everybody, you're ready to perform. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Elvis Presley's Don't Be Cruel. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftLessons. Hope you're enjoying the tabs and other resources. I got many more videos coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.